Hello, everybody. Today we'll talk about riffs. So far we've done a lot of songs with chord progressions, but sometimes a sequence of notes will form the basis of a song, and we'll look at 5 of those songs this week that are based around riffs. What I suggest you do is have the slideshow open as well, just so you can see the tabs as we go. The first song we'll look at this week is Seven Nation Army, a huge hit in the early 2000s. And it's all that work we did on scales will pay off because this one, it moves around on 4 frets. So if you can go to the 5th string, 7th fret, and then put your 4 fingers across like that, it's going to go on the 7th fret, 10th fret, 7, 10, 8, 7. So it's going to be those strings and frets there. So it'll sound like this. So 7, 7, 10, 7, 10, 8, 7. That's the first part of it. So, and then the second half of the riff is very similar, just it goes to 8 and 10 back again. So here we go. The first part is, and then the second part sounds like this. Nice. And put it together. And that's Seven Nation Army. And yeah, really, really catchy song from the early 2000s. Another one from the mid-90s was 5440's Ocean Pearl. And as you'll see here, it's on the bottom 3 strings, a lot of open strings, and just with the 5th string, 2nd fret. So it sounds like this. And try and stop the note in between so it doesn't ring out like. It sounds better when it's a little more crisp. So we'll try that. That's Ocean Pearl. So the whole riff would sound like this. And just repeated. Good. Next one is by the Beatles, Day Tripper. So this one, again, might be easiest to break it up into 2 parts. The first part starts down on the 6th string. So it's going to be like. So this is the toughest of the 5 for sure. First part again. 0, 3, 4, 2, 2, 0. And then the second half of the riff would be 2. So second half again. And the whole thing together. And that's the Day Tripper riff. Later in the song, it just moves everything up 1 string. So instead of starting on the 6th string, it would start on the 5th, and it would sound like this. Oop. And then back down. And that would be the Day Tripper riff there. Then moving to Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady, Eminem, Lose Yourself. And this one, it's got a terrific guitar riff. So this one, it's going to be on the 5th string, 5th fret, and the 4th string, 7th fret. And you're going to keep that 5th string there the whole time. And then you're going to move your pinky to the 4th string, 8th fret. And you'll notice the instruction says 8P5 at the end. What'll happen is you'll do what's called a pull-off, where you'll pull your finger off, but only pick it once. So it'll sound like this. Like that, where you pull it off. You only pick once, but because you're pulling your finger off, it makes 2 notes. And then back to the original. And this one, what really makes it work is the palm muting. So with your right hand, hold it against the strings as you play. And try to emphasize the 3rd beat of everything. and it ends up making it into a great guitar riff. That's Lose Yourself. And then finally, we've got The Man Who Sold the World. It's a David Bowie song, but Nirvana covered it in their Unplugged show, and it brought it to the attention of a lot of people like myself. Really, really good tune. This one, there's a recurring riff. It's on the 3rd string, starting on the 2nd fret. And this one's got an H in there as well, which is a hammer on. So it'll sound like this. And for that, so it goes 2 to 3, back to 2 to 0. And it's a neat sort of one where you're only actually picking it once there, where you're putting your, like that, your index finger stays on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and your middle finger goes on and off really quickly to the 3rd fret. Like that. So that's The Man Who Sold the World riff, and once again, it's going to sound like that. It does the hammer on, and then the pull off, where you're only actually picking one time there. So. And a very catchy riff and a very good song. Try those out this week, and looking forward to sing-alongs on Thursday. Take care.